All right, Danielle. Let's start with just telling us a little bit about what you were doing before you got to Europe, how you heard about the program, and why you decided to ultimately join.
What I was doing before Europe, I was actually a technician at Honda, and I was fixing cars, working on cars. Started working on cars since I was about 12 years old, and just carried on throughout my life. And after high school, I was like really passionate about cars, so I decided to go into the automotive field. Why I decided to join Europe, I was actually a really good question. I was working one day, and like a light bulb just went off in my head, and I was just looking at my coworkers. And I seen everyone there that's been working there for like maybe 20, 30 years and then doing the same thing that they've been doing when they first started. Like there's no room for growth, they're just there, that's it. And I was just like, I don't want to be that person when I'm like 30 or 40 or 50, like later down my road. I don't want to be that person when I have a family, like this is where I'm going to be working. So that's when I decided, my cousin told me about the program because his friend actually graduated and he was in a different position. I never connected with him, but so I decided to check it out. Came for the information interview, and I was like, "Yo, this is definitely for me." And I always had a passion for technology because cars and computers, it kind of relate. It's all technology, but it's just different kind of computers.
Makes sense.
Yep.
You met Carlos Mendeville from LCC.
Yeah.
He worked for Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, he worked on Mercedes. Yeah, I actually connected with him within the first week because he saw my backpack.
Oh,
That's
very
like
cool.
kind of car brand backpack. So.
Cool. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So you talked a little bit about your tech interests. So tell us why you want to work in tech.
Tech, I actually always had a passion for technology. It started off with cars, and then I was actually a heavy gamer before cars. So I would mess around with like my PlayStation. I'd take it apart. I just always had a passion for taking apart things. So when it came down to computers and hardware and cars, I just like taking things apart, putting them back. I just like troubleshooting, like trying to find different ways to solve problems and like just look at it through different ways. So tech, that's all what tech is, troubleshooting.
Yeah, especially in IT support roles.
Yep, definitely.
Since you like to work with your hands.
Yep.
So what was your biggest challenge or growth area during learning and development, and what did you do to overcome that challenge?
The biggest challenge for me during L&D was definitely public speaking. When I first came into the program, that was like my biggest fear. I could not go up in front of a crowd and just start talking to people. Like when I was actually attending community college, I would actually look through the course description and see if it involved public speaking. If it involved public speaking, I would not take that class. That's how scared I was just public speaking. And I feel like I definitely overcame that fear during L&D with Ali's class, and I just grew that fear after doing my first presentation of narrative speech, and then yeah, I feel like I just got that confidence, and now I feel like I could just go up anywhere and just start talking.
And to follow up on that, how do you specifically plan to ensure that that doesn't prevent you from success at internship?
That's a good one. Let's see. Definitely just keep practicing. Just try to put public speaking into place wherever I can, or like try to just get my voice heard. So like if I'm at an internship and we're just working in a group, definitely try to like talk to my group members and step up, show leadership, and take initiative, and just show them that I'm able to like get my work done.
All right, I'm going to give you a scenario, and these scenarios come from actual things that have happened to interns on their internship, and I'd love to hear you walk us through how you would solve it. So you are on the help desk team, and your manager has given you a project. She wants to know how quickly tickets were closed in the past 2 months, and what might have slowed down some of the process of closing those tickets. Talk us through the steps you would take to complete the project.
So the tickets were.
I'll read it one more time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the help desk team and have the project to analyze how quickly tickets were closed in the past 2 months. So that's part one. You got to figure out how quickly tickets were closed and what might have slowed down some of the processes. Talk us through the steps you take to complete this project.
So I definitely go into the history and see like how quickly the tickets were closed and how they were closed, and just go off of that information that I get from there, and then see what like things that were lacking for the second. What was the second part again?
What was slowing it down?
What was slowing it down? To see where it was lacking, like why it was getting slowed down, or why wasn't it being answered as quickly as possible.
Nice. Oh, thank you.
So what makes you stand out among your peers in the workplace?
What made me stand out is hardworking. I just like to get my things done on time, and I'm actually known with my fellow colleagues that I'm usually the first one to turn in my stuff. I just like getting on the job right away. And I take initiative. I just go out and get things done, like before someone even tells me to do something. I'll just go get it done right away.
So, 6 months from now, in your personal environment, or your professional environment, what will your colleagues and boss be saying about you?
What my colleagues and bosses would be saying about me would be that I'm hardworking, that I show leadership, and that I get my tasks done on time and never late. Showing responsibility and always have a smile on my face. Yep.
Awesome. All right, so you talked a lot about how you are kind of known in your LC as the person who turns everything first, and it sounds to me like you're pretty organized. Can you walk me through your organizational system and how you keep and manage your time?
Definitely. I actually have a planner that helps me a lot. I write all the tasks that I need to get done right away. So like let's say for today, for example, like I get tasks, let's say it's due tomorrow at 8:30, or the following assignment's due like 9:30. I'll label them from priority to first, second, third, and just get them done right away. And then I'll do the most important thing first, which is do the most soonest, and then I'll just work my way down.
Translates well to an IT ticketing
Yeah.
list, I'm just imagining. I know
Yeah,
there's
just
different
go.
priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So tell us about a time when someone didn't understand your point of view, and how did you handle that situation, and then what was the outcome?
Actually happens a lot in the car scene.
In the car scene?
Yeah, definitely, like when you're modding your cars and like, why'd you do this? Like, what's the point of this? And stuff like that. So people are always trying to contradict you, like, not put you down, but like, try to challenge you. I don't know, it's different. But definitely, let's see, a time. Sorry, like, what was the question?
Yeah, so just tell us about a time when someone didn't understand your point of view, and how did you handle that situation?
I actually looked at it from their point of view and seen how, like, why they were trying to go the opposite end. Like, I was just trying to see their perspective of it, and I just kind of understood where they were coming from, because there's always two sides to a story, or two sides to, like, problem or anything, like, whatever you're trying to contradict. And just looking at it from the other side of the view helps a lot, and shows, like, oh, I understand why he's trying to say this, or I understand why she's trying to say this. So definitely, like, looking at it from the other perspective.
And what was the outcome of that?
The outcome, actually learned a lot, and in the end, I was actually, like, I kind of, like, understood, and I was just like, wow, that is actually a really good point. And yeah, we kind of met ways, and I agreed with him. So, it's a good outcome.
Yeah.
So, as we approach key release dates or project deadlines, things can get pretty hectic around here. How do you manage these high pressure and stressful situations?
Definitely rely on my planner. Planner's everything. Just having a plan is pretty much everything. Just what you want to get done first, and what's priority, what's most important, and what things need to get done before others. So just definitely prioritizing and just going off my planner and just managing my time well.
Is there anything that you do in particular to, I mean, you seem pretty calm, cool, collected. Anything that you do to maintain that calm, to keep yourself from getting too stressed?
I just don't let it get to me. Like, I try to stay as stress-free as possible, because when I get stressed out, like, I just don't like the feeling. Like, I don't like the mood I put myself in when I'm stressed out, so I just try to always be happy, try to be positive, and just put a smile on my face. Just try to make it fun.
Until then. Okay, so you have mentioned an interest in IT support, especially based on your past experience working with cars. Seems like a logical leap. Excited to see where you go from here. What is one career goal that you have set for yourself now that you kind of have this new path in the field of technology? What's a career goal that you have, and then what are some of the things that you know that you need to do to get there?
Definitely a career goal for me would be having a stable job and like having a solid career. Pretty much is the reason why I'm here. Just having a good future. Academically, I definitely want to get like a degree. That's something that I've always thought about, and my parents told me about. Just definitely having a degree, because regardless of where you go, a degree is always going to stand out. And I definitely decided to pursue that even after Europe. So.
Any idea of what kinds of things you might study?
Definitely IT, technology. That's where my heart is.
So we've got time for like one more question, then we'll move on to the task-based question.
So as you already know, because you've been exposed to tech, it's pretty fast-moving and ever-evolving. So what are some things that you do to kind of keep yourself informed with what's happening in the world of tech?
Definitely news articles and just forums, and just staying up to date on all the new tech items. And I do the same thing with cars, like car parts and stuff. I just stay online and just stay connected. I actually have the app on my phone, and whenever I'm on bar, I'm just browsing through stuff, reading new articles and new technology that's been invented, new gadgets that are coming out and stuff like that. So I'm just really interested about learning new things.
Cool. Anything in particular that's like stuck out to you in the last couple weeks that you've read?
Definitely self-driving cars. There's actually a new thing where they're trying to make it self-honk. So like if someone tries to like cut you off, they'll automatically honk. So I was like, that kind of caught my attention. I was just like, I don't know how that's possible. What if you just randomly honked at someone and you're not meaning to honk at them? Like, it's just crazy.
What if you don't like to honk?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I never honk my horn.
Turn it off?
Yeah, is there an off button
Yeah,
for that?
I hope so.
Nice. All right, great. So we're going to move on to your tech